Hello Aries, welcome to your reading for the 24th of November till the 1st of December or thereabouts. It's going to be general, so please take what resonates and let the rest go. And yeah, let's welcome in high frequency archangels, ascended masters, light beings, spirit guides, and of course our highest selves to assist with this reading. Okay. For some reason, inner child has come into my mind as I was preparing for your reading today. So we've also got the beautiful Tarot Wonderland deck here. So we have some Alice in Wonderland images, and here we have the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, you're slowing things down at the moment, Aries. Let's just grab another one to jump. Wow. Did I say slowing things down? Let's just, hang on a minute. We just want one to flip here. Okay. Right. Sorry about this. There's just too many things flipping upside down and all around. And that could be what's going on with your life at the moment. Maybe there's a lot of things happening. Maybe there's a lot of unexpected twists and turns going on. Okay, we have 5 of Wands. So, you know, whilst you're wanting to kind of take it easy and just plan, you're wanting things to kind of be stable and regular. Okay, there's probably stuff coming in here, which is, you know, you're having to maybe change your plans or, I guess, shift your focus from one thing to the next. But I think you're wanting things to be more chilled. That's kind of what I'm getting from that. You also have the 10 of Wands underneath. Sorry, I'll just show you these and then we'll look at the reading as a whole. 10 of Wands. The 9 of Wands. So you've been working hard at mastering something here, Aries. Okay, I think you've had your nose to the grindstone, so to speak. This is the Knight of Cups. So some good news coming in. Something supportive. Wow, the 8 of Wands, which did flip during that shuffle, so it wanted to come out for sure. This is movement and change in the wings here for you, Aries. We also have the Star. Yes, that's great. The beautiful Star, which is to do with your, you know, spiritual connection, your deep wish. Okay, and if we're talking inner child, it's almost that, you know, almost like the divine inner child wanting to come forward. And here we have the Queen of Swords. So she's quite a good decision maker, but also compassionate. So this could be energies around you that are maybe calling you to make some decisions that are going to be in alignment with your heart mind. Okay. Here is the Ace of Pentacles. New beginning. So I think you're wanting something new to start up, but at the same time, you know, you could have concerns about that, or if it is going to start. Here we have the 9 of Cups. I think that is, yes. Sorry, I haven't used these cards for a while, so I'm just refreshing my memory here. 9 of Cups. Emotional fulfillment, you know, is likely to be happening here for you, Aries. And we also have the Emperor. This is your power card. So that is the overall energy for the reading, which kind of means that you're moving into a powerful position in your life in terms of being able to make decisions that are really good for you. I'm just going to pause for a moment and get back to you. Okay, Aries, so this reading is mostly about you, I think, becoming justly rewarded for all of your hard work, okay? You have been, you know, really working hard here with all these Wands energies, okay? And I think you've been putting in a lot of time, energy, and attention on something. And it's going to pay off because there's some really awesome news coming in here that's going to really help you to feel emotionally supported. Yeah, the Knight of Cups is, sometimes it's about sort of like romantic love, but it can also be, well, you know, I guess that's on the cards for you as well. But it can be about you receiving something that is dear to you, that's going to really help you to move into I guess, a more effective space of self-care and self-love. And there's a lot of movement. So from that Knight of Cups, there's a lot of things that are going to change. I think whatever this is, maybe it's recognition, there might be something to do with a relationship or maybe a work role or something like that, that's going to help you with your emotional fulfillment. It's going to allow you to move forward like into this, like your, you know, be able to fulfill your wishes and your dreams here. Around you though, there's some, you know, there might be a decision that you need to make, and, you know, maybe that's going to be a part of the process. But, you know, I mean, I think you've been working harder on your security here, given by the Knight of Pentacles, and you've been making plans, okay, and it's going to come to fruition despite all of this other stuff going on. But it's almost like you're learning from what you've been through as well, and it's only made you stronger. So that, you know, that's awesome, because you have the Emperor. You know, this is a really strong, powerful position, powerful energy in that card there. And yeah, and the Nine of Cups to finish is, you know, your emotional well-being, okay, fulfillment, feeling at peace, contentment, okay. I'd just like to clarify the Nine of, well, actually, let's clarify the Ten of Wands underneath, because I feel like, you know, I think maybe you have been focused on getting something done, on really applying yourself. And this is interesting. It's looking like that, even that may undergo some changes. Or there's something about all this hard work that you're putting in that's could be in your mind, there's some question as to whether it is totally aligned for you. Let's just grab another one off the top. Yeah. I mean, the 7 is a number of change, but it can be sort of like, you know, that like an uncertain energy or a doubt energy, or that there's something sort of shifty going on in the background. This is the position of the subconscious. So I'm not saying you're shifty, okay? What I mean is that your subconscious may be undergoing changes with regard to what you value, and as you move forward, like what's going to be first and foremost in your mind and in your life as to what you're going to direct your energies at. And here we have Justice, so coming into balance and into rightness, okay, into your sense of personal truth. From these cards now, I'm getting a slightly different take on this reading. It's almost as if you've been putting effort into something, and maybe something else is going to come along. I'm looking at the Nine of Wands, and we have the Six of Wands here. So you're going to be gaining some, from all this hard work and effort, you're going to be gaining some public recognition, and people will realise, will see, okay, that you have been applying yourself and that you have a certain amount of mastery in a particular area, okay, which is really awesome. And we also have the Queen of Pentacles coming in on that, which is that, you know, this gives you, I guess, a certain sense of peace, and maybe Aries, you are, you know, you like to be kind of, I'm not going to say the center of attention. What I mean is you like to be involved in community and to, I guess, utilize your leadership skills and things like that, you know, judging by the Emperor being here. And it's going to sort of help you to feel more settled in yourself. Okay. But, I mean, the Queen of Pentacles could also be saying here that, you know, even if you're working hard here and you've got the recognition, is to remember to take time out for yourself. Okay. Okay, we're going to clarify the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups, because that's a different energy coming in. It's very emotional. I don't really want 5 cards there. Knight of Cups, thanks, Spirit. Okay. 4 of Pentacles. So this is kind of, it's almost like saying that if there's a whole lot of love and attention coming your way, it's a little bit like going, well, don't get carried away by that, almost. you know, like just look after your energy and continue to do what it is that you're doing. I'm just going to grab another one, King of Wands. Yeah, because it's sort of like, okay, there's this attention is going to come in, positive energy is going to come in to help you to move forward. And, you know, I mean, you can do that with passion. You'll probably be holding space for yourself as well here. But at the same time to be, I guess, discerning with where you're putting your energy, you know, and your resources. Okay. I'm going to clarify the Eight of Wands now. Clarified by the Six of Cups. It's literally balancing on my hand here, which is just bizarre. It's never happened to me before. So this is looking like, yeah, the movement is going to happen. You're going to move to something more peaceful, more calming, and maybe more in alignment for you. Which then flows into this star thing. So it's kind of looking like, given that there's a Five of Wands at the center, maybe this is talking about a change of direction for you, Aries. In your career, you have a lot of Wands energy here. I'm just going to clarify the center now. You know, I think this might be talking about a change in career. Well, the Tower is change, isn't it? Let's grab another one from the center as well. Okay. Oh, not so many. Yeah, the Tower is like an inspiration or an insight or a download. That is sort of to do with these center cards here. I mean, this card here is very slow moving, very stable energy. Okay, this one is change, flux, everything's moving. So, and here we have the Tower. So it could be that maybe you're going to, instead of feeling like you have to be in one or the other, maybe you're going to be sort of somehow combining this idea of, you know, responsibility and learning something new. You know, maybe it's going to be a new way of being, or a new lifestyle, or a new schedule that you're going to kind of be putting into place. I'm just grabbing another one for the center for some reason. So it's saying just to shuffle again until something flips, and there it is. Two of Cups, yeah. Until it's the two. There's like two things coming together here. And I think it's going to really help you with your alignment. So there's going to be an insight that's going to help you to align with your higher self. Okay, that's sort of going to allow you to bring these energies together of movement and stability, so that you can sort of feel more grounded and more centered. And we do have the Queen of Pentacles here, very grounded energy. And the Four of Pentacles, you know, very stable. Actually, when I think about it, there's a lot of there are stable energies here, except this one's moving. But it could be more about your consciousness shifting, changing of mind. Okay, maybe you're going to change your mind about something, or any of the other things that we've said about those cards. I do like to give different interpretations, so you just grab whatever resonates. Okay. Right, the Star, let's clarify that. Well, actually, let's clarify the Queen of Swords. I have a little bit time constrained today. So, Queen of Swords clarified by the Five of Swords. Yeah, so there could be things going on in your environment that are, I guess, causing you to have to make a decision that maybe, you know, you're having to walk away from something, or, yeah, something like that. It could be a person, a situation. Let's grab another one. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a movement card. This is sort of, you know, going with the flow, this idea of change, you know, but inner child as well. I mean, we did mention inner child at the start of this reading. So, you know, if we have the Queen at the center here, it could be that you're needing to make a decision, you know, in favor of your inner child that's sort of going to, you know, we have two parties here and there's two pentacles. So maybe it's this energy of, if you feel like you either have to be like dominating a situation or you have to move away from it, you know, maybe you're going to be bringing those energies together and sort of being, just being more centered in yourself here at the center of the infinity symbol here. Yeah, sometimes this is sort of about winning at all costs. So maybe you could feel under pressure to do certain things, or be a certain way, or have a certain job, or have a certain income, or the rest of it. But, you know, if this is the ego here that usually has to win at all costs, you know, it could be that maybe you're having to make a decision now about, you know, that you're going to, I guess, move into the flow aspect of yourself a little more, which is sort of to do with the higher self and your creative, intuitive side. Okay. Being more creative and intuitive and allowing that to come through. Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles as well. Okay, King of Cups just sort of fell through my fingers, so we'll go with that. So this new beginning could just be you aligning with your emotional mastery. Okay, or maybe you're going to be counseling or helping or guiding others, which is often a King of Cups energy. Or, you know, it could be that, yeah, you're going to take a lot calmer sort of stance with yourself. You also have the King of Wands here. But Cups is a water energy, and this here has water in the image. So to do with, you know, emotional well-being, or helping other people with their emotional well-being, something like that along those lines. If that resonates, or if other meanings for you come up with the images on these cards, you know, please listen to your own intuition. Nine of Cups. It's kind of self-explanatory, but we'll just grab one anyway. Okay, the Moon. So this is sort of, you know, now you have the moon and the star in your reading. So this is like planetary bodies, paying attention to your moon sign, whatever that is, looking at the phases of the moon. But also just, I guess, harking back to your childhood, what made you happy? And is it possible maybe that some of those things that you love to do as a child that you have, whether or not you have completely repressed those things, excuse me, or whether you're now considering about revisiting some of those things so that you can have more emotional fulfillment in your life. Okay, this also talks about conscious mind and subconscious. So, you know, looking at your subconscious tendencies, if you feel there are patterns that you are, patterns of behaving that you feel could be caused by habits that you formed in the past that you kind of want to release, but maybe you haven't. Maybe that's something that's going to help you with your emotional fulfillment there as well. Okay, I'm just going to look at the bottom of the deck, and here it is, 10 of Swords. So you also had the 10 of Wands in your reading. So, you know, maybe there's something that's definitely finishing up here for you, Aries. And it could just be, you know, how you're approaching life is going to change, or maybe, you know, your work role is going to change, or maybe you're going to be learning something that will allow you to move towards a new thing. You know, it looks kind of here that you have some stability to enable you to kind of accommodate this change in flux. There's sort of a connection there between stability and change, you know, if that resonates. So let's just quickly grab a fairy tarot here at the top. Well, that one almost flipped, but we'll just... here we have the Emperor. You have 2 Emperors in your reading. Aries, this is about you really aligning into your power center. And I think it's also about you really acknowledging all aspects of yourself, not just following one way of being that you feel that you've had to ascribe to. It's sort of about branching out and doing other things as well. Use logic and structure to increase your success. Yeah, there's this thing about your stability or your position that you're in at the moment, or that you will soon be in, is really going to help you to move forward successfully in something perhaps that's creative or intuitive, or more emotionally focused. Okay. Get organised, a firm but compassionate leader. Yeah, I think you're moving into leadership, being a guide, a helper, and that people are going to be asking you, possibly for advice and guidance and assistance. Yeah, 2 Emperors, Aries, your power card. What else can I say? I hope that reading has been helpful. Look forward to our next one. In the meantime, have a great day, a great week, and I'll see you again soon.